Look, y'all. I'm not gonna do that here. Shut that door because that water keep running in the toilet. I don't know. You know, it does that with old houses. I hope you guys are all being blessed this morning. I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk to you guys about situations that could be occurring and happening with you all that have ascended, elevated, is on a higher skeptical of vibration, on a higher vibration, skeptical of. Maybe I put that word in the wrong place, y'all. Y'all got to forgive me. Okay, so anyway, like I say, I hope to God that everyone is being blessed or whatever, but I wanted to talk to you guys about, like, if you're on the same vibration I am, then you're gonna, you'll understand where I'm coming from. At this present moment, collective, you could be in a space, in a place of like not knowing you could have been being even in connections, because even in connections we could be alone, not realizing that we're actually still alone, because you could be with the unemotional, unavailable person that you've been with for years that you don't even really have a strong bond or connection with. And it could lead to nothing but it's mere emptiness, guys. It's mere emptiness. And so, so you kind of been dating or whatever, like, because I had shut my heart off again. It wasn't shut off like that. It was open to receive and give love in a space and place of just the people around me. But then they wasn't reciprocating. They wasn't giving it back to you. They could have been doing it energetically, like thinking they were like through music or something like that, but it wasn't anything that you could feel really strong or whatever. They could maybe send you wavelengths or whatever through music, or through calling you up every now and then, checking on you now again, every now again, checking on you, checking up on you or whatever, but it wasn't personal, close and strong with bonding. And so you gotta been detached in another sense of people that were around you. It could be family, friends, exes, whomever. You still got exes that are mad or whatever because you're ascending and you're elevating, and they're still down here dealing with issues that you dealt with when you were in a connection with them. And so they are trying to find you at fault because you moved on and you chose to be alone and be by yourself and come substance with self-awareness and what was going on in your life, to be, where you could build a strong connection with someone that will last, where you won't get bored with this person like that. Because you got some people, they even get together, make babies, realize like in a year or two, no, I want my connection to be so uplifted and us to be able to understand one another, be able to talk, be able to communicate, have our mental, first of all, on point, have the loyalty there so the love will be strong, and build a strong bond with one another, where in another sense we're friends, but we're lovers and friends. Tell me again, my baby, lovers and friends. We'll be lovers and friends. Tell me again, my baby, lovers and friends. Oh, 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 lovers and friends. Yeah, and we'll be together to the end. And we'll be able to comprehend, and it won't be no pretend, and we'll be able to extend. Yeah, because we could be content. We could be one another's contends, you know? So, guys, let me tell you, I'm starting to look at this thing in another way. You know, this music-like thing or whatever. At first, I was like, but I was getting mad or whatever, but I'm starting to notice that's what they do. I don't know, you know, the difference between purchasing verses, like poetry verses, and or just using another rhyme in your song or whatever. But I'm starting to notice they do that to one another. I don't know if they asked each other or they just use it. I mean, you could use a piece of a person's words because words are words and everyone can use them, right? But your rhymes is your rhymes if you come up with them and no one else is saying them. That's why I guess in another sense everyone want their items to be copywritten, because it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad because some people are so young and dumb that they don't care, that they will take your items and your items be worth a lot. Like the value on your rhymes, your time, your testimonies and things like that are valuable, guys. And so, but I'm starting to look at it in it because I don't want to accuse no one. And I go in and out with this situation because I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm starting to notice that like other, you know, they do that. They use certain words and rhymes that another person may have used in their song. They'll use it in their song. But I don't know how they do that. I don't know. But anyway, I do have a lot of stuff that I haven't heard, like in, you know, written down my poetry and stuff that I feel that'll be good. So you know, if you guys not seeing me that much or whatever, just know I'm working because I'm trying to build something else new for my, even though I've reached the age I am, it's never too late. You have to try it first. Don't knock it till you try it. And so I'm starting to, and it is people that are against you and feel that, oh, she shouldn't be doing this, or oh, he shouldn't be doing that. You can't tell nobody what the hell they can do. If God said they can do it, they can do it, and it's not even your business or your problem for you to even speak on or say anything. Okay, but let me get back to this unavailable, unemotional connections that we have experienced in the past, guys. So you're gonna start noticing, because I only went on a date with one person, right? And the more I don't know, I get mad at him, and it almost seemed like I do him like the people that I deal with on YouTube too. I don't know. So I started looking at myself like, I don't know, you know, I've been being alone for for a while, like it will be going on 6 years or whatever. And so I've been being alone for like some years or whatever, not to mention, just as I was speaking, you can be in a whole connection and still be alone and feel alone, for that matter. Not only are you being alone, but feel it. It be emotional, unavailable. This person don't be there to meet your needs at no angle. I'm talking about people are in connections that they know, but they have built money, all of that. Where I'm staying around me, I don't know where these men are going. I don't know. These women better pipe down, killer, or they better do something, because their men's disappearing. I'm glad I don't have one. But anyway, like I say, I've been dating and, available to open up, where, I'm trying to figure out some stuff. And so I do have a friend or whatever, and like so badly people don't want you to be happy or whatever that they will speak negativity in your life for you, that bullshit will start manifesting and coming, but you'll notice that it wasn't the real deal or whatever. It was just energetically being spoken from an ugly hearted person that wanted to see you fail or wanted something. Now everything that everyone does isn't of dark, isn't from an ugly hearted person. They could be speaking the truth to you, but when it comes to someone just, even with the cards, even with people flipping cards and all of that, you got to know for yourself. You got to make a way for yourself. You got to create for yourself. You got to manifest for yourself. And you are at fault and in charge of what you allow to come into your space, and you manifest and what you are connecting with or whatever. No one else can do that for you, not even the cards, the people flipping the cards. They may get some energies, pull your energy if you're watching their channel, and get that and pick that up and detect what's occurring in your energy. But what if your energy have negative thoughts in it? What if in your energy you could be assuming something that is not even true? What if in your energy you're creating a freaking monster of delusional things that aren't real? What if in your energy you are assuming something, or you feel that someone is doing something that they may not even be doing? What if, so these people are picking that up, and quite naturally, yes, they're going to pick it up and they're going to speak it on those cards. So you got to be careful. And if it was from you and it is incorrect, or it's improper thinking, or it's not legitimate going on, then you've created a mess for yourself, and then you are wrapped up in that chain gang of thoughts and people telling you things that you thought was accurate that could possibly not even be accurate, and you had it in your energy, so they pulled it up, and you could have been all wrong about whomever. So you got to be careful, guys. You got to be careful with this. Okay, so what I'm saying, like I say, I open up and, I've been going on a date, whatever. And the more and more, like I was like, no, if we go on a date, we're going to be friends. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. It ain't going to be about no sex first thing off. Whatever. And if I even see that he's trying to do that, and so I didn't do it and I wasn't doing it, and so he still kept calling me or whatever. Quite naturally, they're still gonna keep calling you. Some of them feel like, oh no, you're not gonna waste my time. That's what I came to the date for, is to go sleep with someone, and that's a person that you don't too much want to be connected to anyway, because if they're being like that, then that's not someone that you want to even be associated with as a person. Like, all you think about is sex. Come on, dude. I don't want no parts of that. Like, if you can't even have go out on a decent day with me, and all you want to do is I go to your house, you come pick me up, you do this or you do that, or, I'm really leery about people even knowing where I live at. And so, whatever, I don't too much, but, I feel that by right or whatever, if you know where this person live at that you're dating or whatever, you could let them know, but you got to find out who people are. Okay. And so, like I say, I went on a date or whatever, and like it's been like 2 months, but we're just friends. We're just friends because, sometimes God connect me with people that I'm there to heal or speak a word to. It's not for me to be in a connection with them. So, I have to move all outside the box. I can't sugarcoat things anymore or be color coded with these situations, even to do with the boundaries that people have up due to when they claim that they're living for God. Like, these boundaries, if you know that your heart it's like you're living a lie anyways. If you know that you go to church every Sunday, you go to Bible study every Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, you're a part of a church home, and your heart, and after you leave the church, you're living a total different life in your heart, you're still unbalanced. And God don't need fakes amongst his camp. He don't. So many fakes have polluted the world to know I'm just going to live it as accordingly unto God. And if you see something out of balance with me, just let God work it out. Don't try to say what I'm doing. She shouldn't be doing that. Because so many people, you rob people for their money. It doesn't say nowhere in the Bible that God's servants that preach the gospel or teach the God or is going to give a word for him, it doesn't say that they are to be living way above their congregation. It doesn't say that you're supposed to be living in the house on the hill while your members are over here still in poverty, struggling and paying their tithes. It does not say that. So, before you come get at me, first deal with your own issues, and you know what they are. You know what you've been doing in the kingdom, and everyone needs to clean it up because you don't know what God is doing with me. Okay, so they go to saying, you don't need to expose yourself, and you shouldn't be wearing that, and you shouldn't be. No, God wants you to come to him naked. If you're afraid to be before the Lord undressed, as is or whatever, Jesus and all of that, Jesus barely even had on clothes when he was walking the earth. He had on these like sandals or whatever that was, like those machos, or like what the Indians wear. And you know how the Indians used to dress with the little leather skirt parts, or the just the privacy part coverings, and they didn't even have on shirts. Or they had on a leather vest with the dangling things with the Indian strings that come off of the pleather or leather, or quite naturally, I believe it was real leather back in the day, but it wasn't a lot of people like in a lot of clothing that I can remember when it came to. So God, he does tell us, we should live, we should teach people or show them in a way. We should be living in a way of what, that God approves. God didn't say or whatever, only if you're a weak, perverted person or whatever, because God tell all of us to keep guard over our eyes. I don't have a problem with staring down people. I look at them one time, and if I see something out of balance, I'm going to speak on it. Like if I look or you're just on a picture or something and I can see something unnormal, I'm going to tell you to your face or whatever. I'm not a person that, is going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not. So, guys, what I wanted to talk about, these connections that's unemotional. The person is really unemotional. They're very unavailable for anything that you are wanting or trying to do or pursue, or that they even want to be a part of. They could have their own emptiness over here and they are dealing with addictions and and that you don't have nothing to do with, but you can pray for that person and go on. Nevertheless, don't waste your time a lot if you see that this is a hella toxic person. But if they act presentable and you're, while you're in their space, then, you don't have to just count them out, right off. But you don't go on dates with people. And I'm sure it is people overwhelming, in heat and wanting sex, you got to fight that stuff off, because you don't want to just go out and give your body parts to just know anybody that you know that's sleeping with all these other people, and their spirits jump off on you, and then you start feeling some type of way or whatever, and then you're back in the mud or whatever, because you're going backwards instead of forward. You don't want to do that. And like, I don't, I'm not judging no one. I'm saying I know people are overheated. You've been celibate for years. I even have too. But you got to know that it's with someone that you're going to want, that's a special moment. You don't want to just use and abuse that in the wrong way and get up feeling empty because you're dealing with the empty, unavailable person. So, guys, another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about or whatever, because God, his prophetic words and messages don't just come from his Bible. It doesn't just come from his word. He could use anyone, anything, any place, anywhere, anything to get a message across when he's using his prophets. And people will look back and they will be like, oh, she's a false prophet. No, not or whatever. People that wasn't aware that I picked up those cards or whatever, really trying to get the people focus on me. And like I'm saying, that's probably why it didn't run it up or whatever, because God never meant for it to, because he knew in my heart that I was trying to relay a message, get the people attention, so they could know what's going on and because a lot of people don't know God. They have never lived of God. Their family didn't know of God. They don't even know what the spirit is, but they get up on here in some type of delusion or some type of illusion, and they present themselves as though I'm divine and I'm spiritual or whatever. Well, how are you? And who gave you that title? And how do you know it within yourself that you're divine? And how are you spiritual? What have occurred in your life that's been spiritual or supernatural to the point to where you feel and know that you are spiritual? Because people have twisted this thing. Just because of a twin flame and don't mean that you are divine or you're spiritual or whatever. People give themselves that title, and they don't even, their inner spirit can't even imagine to not even know what spiritual or the spirit is. So we got a bunch of lost people out here that I was trying to jump in, and I'm trying to show and tell y'all, no one can ever go back. You can't call me this, you can't, because my track's been covered. Okay, so like I'm saying, you can never say that I'm a fraud. No, I didn't know what I was doing, because at the beginning of this thing, I was telling you guys, and I read like paragraphs and paragraphs stating these different things, what Wicca is, what Buddha, what Christianity is, what this is, what Satan is, what atheist. You cannot tell me that I did not tell you. I even got messages at the very beginning of my my channel starting out, where I was telling people about tarot and what I just mentioned to y'all. You can jump your ass on that channel and you can subscribe and you can give out your energy to these readers. And what it does is, if you in a negative mind state and that's what you're feeling in your inner energy or whatever, and that's how you're operating, it's going to be picked up, and it'll have you thinking it's someone else and it's you. It'll have you thinking that that person is really doing that, when you just created that illusion in your mind to feel that this person was doing all of this stuff that they was never doing. The thinking and the energy came from you, and the card reader is picking that up. It all the time don't have to be that other person, and sometimes it can be, or whatever. They can pick up that other person's energy off of your energy, because the other person's energy is off in your energy, because you're connected to that other person as well. Or, you've been involved with that person, or, just different reasons. So you got to be careful with this stuff. And so, like I'm stated, don't just, or whatever, find out about people or whatever, first before you just jump head in first, because, this person's mind could be way in Kumbaya or somewhere in Peru. And, you over here feeling like, oh, this getting ready to be a long-term situation. And the next thing you look up, this person then ghosted you because all they wanted was sex anyway. So with me and my little friend, I noticed or whatever, because I got mad at him because he didn't want to cooperate with what. And it was almost like, I guess he thought he had something, but I don't play that or whatever he was doing or whatever. And I noticed or whatever, I would block him. When I call him, I'm not even just bragging. He answered me on the first ring. It is so weird, and people be trying to keep folks apart because they want you to be unhappy, and they want you. Nevertheless, we need to be focusing on us and working on us. You're not supposed to get so caught up to where when you know that you're not in a great space and place, and that you tie yourself to another individual, and it just knock you back some more. Or whatever, you'll never get to the place that you're trying to get to your stability, to making sure your mental is at peace and balanced within, and, with people around you and all of that. We got to focus on the internal. So many people focus on all this money, this other stuff. Like, if your mental is off, your money is off. And you can have a whole bunch of money, because that money is going to be spent on off situations that are going to be broke off. Okay? So, nevertheless, I'm just saying, guys, we got to be careful, but I'm going to keep it here, keep it at a minimum. You guys have a blessed day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And God bless y'all. Have a blessed day. Bye.